I'm Jason Aaron, writer of Thor and Avengers.
Hi, this is Tom Kane, the voice of Professor Utonium, and a Jedi Master named Yoda.
Hi, I'm Rain Pryor.
Hi, I'm Brian Muir.
And you're watching Movers and Shakers.
Movers and Shakers.
Movers and Shakers.
Movers and Shakers.
Unlimited.
What's up, guys? I'm here at 2018 All-Star Comic-Con, and I'm here with special guest Jason Aaron. What's going on, man?
How's it going?
Good. So tell me, we are day 2 of All-Star.
Right.
How's it been treating you?
It's been treating me great. I'm having a great time. I love going to shows.
All right, awesome. Well, can you tell me, has there been anything thus far that's been memorable just in day 2 of this first year con?
Just meeting lots of fans, signing lots of books. Went to a tiki bar last night in D.C., had a few drinks, so covering all the bases.
All right, there you go. Well, jumping into Thor, of course, and that change, update to that character of making the character female versus male. Can you talk a bit about that and knowing that was a change that was coming, like I guess that period in which it hadn't officially been announced yet, and kind of feeling out, what the response would be?
That stuff I don't really worry about, or it's hard to gauge. I didn't have any idea the announcement would be as big as it was, because I hadn't even started writing, her story yet when it was announced. It was announced on The View, so it became a big mainstream story. So I had tons of people yelling at me over a book that didn't exist yet, and people who clearly hadn't been reading the book, up to that point. But that stuff, it's cool to have something become a big story like that. As a part of that, you're gonna have some people yelling at you, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really change what I do. It doesn't change the story. Like, the story was the story. It was that was the plan from the get-go, and that was the story that we told, and I'm really proud of that whole Jane Foster story.
All right, awesome. Now, as we know, like in the MCU, in the cinematic universe for Marvel, sometimes they borrow elements from the comics, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they Ben and Jerry it, so to speak. If they decided to go, that route, because technically, I guess you could argue they could go that route with the way the universe is going now, and they could open the door for that. Who could you see as someone that could embody, that character?
Who, Jane Foster?
Yeah, for that version of Thor.
Oh, I don't know, man.
What do you think?
I'm not a good casting director.
Your wish list.
I don't know. Certainly that would be cool. I think Kevin Feige's mentioned, Jane in interviews, so that's great. If that ever happens, awesome. I'll be there first in line to check it out and rooting them on. It's always cool to see your stuff trickle into the movies. Still at the end of the day, I'm just happy to do the comics. I like my job. I'm not looking to jump ship and go do something else.
Of course.
And the cool part about my job, even if I'm doing stuff for Marvel, even if I'm doing Thor or Avengers or whatever, it still feels like you're putting this together with a pretty small group of people. And I've been at Marvel for 13 years now, so I know all the people I'm working with. So, it's nice. I say I want to do this. Everybody says cool. We do it. A few months later, it's on the stands at my local comic shop, and I can go pick it up. So I love, from the time you have the idea to the time you get the finished product in your hand, is not that long. So it's really gratifying. That's one of my favorite things about doing comics.
Gotcha. Now, with that being said, you were saying that there is a small group of people that you feel is a team of people that you typically work with, when working, in comics, and with with all of that being said, with that industry, do you feel that there are what elements would you say inspire you to do the work that you do, and I mean not just within your own team, but even elsewhere in other projects that you yourself read.
I mean, to me, my job's very selfish. I get to sit, in a room by myself and make up stories that I want to read. I don't know how to write a comic, for you or anybody else. I just know how to write the stuff that I want to read. And that's what I do every day. I sit there and say, this sounds cool to me, type it up, send it off into the ether. And then the coolest part is that,
a lot of people like to say.
Well, but all these amazing artists, I get to work with some of the most amazing artists literally around the world, and they draw those stories, and I get them back in my email, and I'm like, oh crap, I just made that up for myself. Right. Then it comes out, and it's a thing, and hopefully, if you respond to it emotionally, get excited about it, other people will as well. But still, it kind of boils down to just I'm doing stuff that I want to read. I don't really know how to do the job any other way. So I think if you want to be a good writer in that sense, it helps to be a good reader. I read all sorts of different stuff. So it fires me up when to read stuff by creators I really like and respect. So to see other guys doing amazing stuff, it makes me want to step up, try to step up to the plate and beat them.
Okay, all right, awesome. So lastly, here we are at All-Star Comic-Con. Can you comment on some of the other shows that, fans can expect to see you outside of All-Star?
Yeah, I don't really do that many conventions, so if you see me pop up at one, come say hi, because I might not be back for a while. I'm just busy, I love doing shows. I just don't have the time to do that many, so I think the next one I got coming up, the only other one I got this year is Vegas, Amazing Con in Vegas the end of this month. So never done a show or appearance in Vegas before, so be the first time for that. So beyond that, I don't know. I try to do shows, but somebody's got to write all these comics.
There you go. Well, Jason, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. There you guys have it, 2018 All-Star Comic-Con. I'll see you soon.